So it's no secret that I'm quite a big Borderlands fan, and we are only 3 days away from the release of Borderlands 4. And so I thought, to commemorate this exciting time while waiting for Borderlands 4 to come out, I'm going to try and take out a raid boss every single day until Borderlands 4 releases. So let's get into it. And welcome back to another day of taking out a raid boss. Let's spin the wheel and see who we will be taking on today. And it looks like, is it going to be Gloopathoth? It's going to be Gloopathoth. There we go. We are heading into Tiny Tina's Wonderlands to take out our third secret raid boss inside of the Chaos Chambers. Let's load it up. So here we are inside of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Let's load on into the game and into the Chaos Chambers, because the only way to fight raid bosses inside of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is through the Chaos Chambers. I'm going to swap it over to a normal run, and we're going to be on the lookout for a blue glyph. The blue glyph is the one we're going to need to spawn Gloopathoth. And if you don't know the way that these glyphs work, every single time you complete an encounter, once the end portal spawns, there is just a chance for there to be a... One sec. I don't know why I do know why, because I was doing a challenge run. My left stick isn't bound. My left click isn't bound for shooting. It's bound for melee. Yes, we want that on left click and melee to be there. There we go. There we go. Yeah, because in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, the raid bosses are locked through Chaos Chambers. Now, every single time you complete one of these Chaos Chambers, you are going to have a little bit of time, well, you're going to have an unlimited amount of time, actually, after the portal spawns to have a look around the arena. And there are a few different secrets you can find. You can find these little skulls, which are like mini things you can activate, giving you like a couple extra crystals, that sort of stuff. But the main thing you're going to be on the lookout for is these glyphs. Now, each one of these glyphs that you find will give you a raid boss, providing you complete a little kind of challenge thing that it wants you to do. So every single time, like I say, once we've done this, before heading through to the next area, just have a look around this area. I tend to find the glyphs spawn relatively close to the end portal, but I think they can kind of spawn anywhere around the arena. I generally just have a run around for a couple minutes looking for a glyph. They are relatively easy to see. They glow quite brightly, but don't be afraid if you miss one. I would kind of say maybe look around. See, these aren't it. These are what I was talking about, the skulls before. If you shoot this skull, it's going to head into here and give you some crystals. When I press E, look, bang. Ooh, crystals, amazing. Yeah, that's like a nothing burger. No one really cares about that. What we care about is an actual glyph, not those skulls and the wheel things. We don't really care about those. But yeah, they are not too difficult to spot normally. Now, I have been known to miss these in the past. I'm pretty notorious for just walking past stuff and missing it. Regardless, on this run, I don't think we got it. And I'm not going to spend, hours and hours looking around this single arena. It's kind of pointless, so we might as well move on to the next arena and see if we can find one. The other annoying thing about these is there's no guarantee, again, that you'll even find a glyph throughout the run. And also, then, once you have found a glyph, there's no guarantee it'll be the right colour. There are 3 different glyphs that it can be. A green one, a yellow one, or a blue one. Of course, today we want the blue one, but yeah, there's no guarantee which glyph you're going to get. So it's kind of just a gamble, hoping that you actually are able to find the right colour glyph for the boss you want to kill. So it is a little bit annoying, but with that being said, the raid bosses in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands are some of the absolute best in the franchise. Unfortunately, they are locked behind Chaos Chambers, which I'm sure by now you all know my feelings on Chaos Chambers. Not a big fan of them, and the fact that you have to do Chaos Chambers before you're able to fight these raid bosses is a little bit annoying, but I will say it is worth it. It is worth it to do some Chaos Chambers, not to grind up to rank 100, because grinding to rank 100 is honestly absolutely absurd. I personally don't know anyone that's actually done it. If you've actually grinded to rank 100 on Chaos Chambers, let me know in the comments down below, and I don't know, like, show me a screenshot of your Tiny Tina's Wonderlands build in Discord. That'd be really cool. I have got a Discord. It will be linked in the description down below. We've revamped it very recently for the release of Borderlands 4, so make sure to join that if you haven't already. We're trying to build a big, amazing community over there on Discord as well as here on YouTube. So, yeah, if you've got a Chaos Level 100 character in your Wonderlands, please show it to me in the Discord. That would be absolutely insane, because quite honestly, I don't believe you unless you show me, because I know how long it takes, because I've grinded all the way up to Chaos level 40 and I couldn't stomach anymore. So I know exactly how long it takes, hence why I will be so impressed if you do have one. So, mission encounter completed. I don't know why those guys are still alive. Let's have a quick run around to try and find a glyph. See if we get lucky. What's that hammer doing on there? Why is it like stuck to the edge of the... So it's a chaotic smasher of mirth. Okay. I don't see a glyph. This is not a glyph. I mean, it is a glyph, but that's not the glyph we're looking for. We're looking for sort of a small-ish glyph. And I can't see it, so I think I'm going to move on. Just going to have another quick pass over here, maybe. Nope. No glyph here by the looks of it. Okay, let's move on. You can see a glyph. Yep, here we go. I have a glyph here. This is a green glyph. This is the one for Barkenstein. I do not want to fight him today, so I'm just going to leave it there on the wall. If you find a glyph in an area, there can never be two glyphs that spawn in the same area. So because we've just found that one there, we will move on without getting it. Because, like I say, we are not interested in fighting Barkenstein today. Unfortunately, that was our first glyph that we found. That king is dead. Wow, that was so fast. Holy moly. There we go. Now, this is an obelisk style encounter. Oh, did we get legendary? Wow. Mantle, grave, one stab, mantle. No, thank you. The obelisk style encounters, I do not believe that these can spawn glyphs. I have checked every single time, and I've never once found a glyph in this obelisk area. Now, that's not 100% to say that they can't, but I have checked, like, definitely over 100 times and never seen one in here. So, yeah, I'm going to move on pretty quickly from this area. Oh, well, we found a yellow glyph. Unfortunately, a yellow glyph is, again, not what we want. We need the blue glyph, and we didn't find a blue glyph in this run. Now, this is the portal that will take us through to the boss, and doing this boss will then either finish our Chaos Chamber if we haven't found any raid bosses, which I haven't, because I haven't activated any of those glyphs, because none of them were of interest to me, because all I was interested in was Gloopathoth. So after killing Zomboss, which isn't going to take very long, we are just going to have a look at his legendary. Nope. And then we're going to head through the only portal here, which is a golden portal, to complete our Chaos Chamber run. Unfortunately, we did not find the thing we wanted, so we're going to have to go in and do another Chaos Chamber run. I'm not going to bore you with all the semantics, and we're just going to head right back out. Do I have to open this? Okay, there we go. There we go, leave when ready. Wow. Cool. Let's go. So, unfortunately, run 1 was a failure, so it's time, once again, to head into the Dragon Lord, to a normal run, and see if we can't find a blue glyph this time. We found both of the ones we didn't want, but unfortunately, no blue glyph so far. Oh, if you're wondering what weapon I'm using and why it's so overpowered, it's because it is overpowered. It is the Spite of the Peak. This weapon is absolutely busted. Whenever we kill an enemy, we gain a massive fire rate bonus, and we also gain, like, tracking bullets, as you can see here. And this weapon is absolutely insane. I do have a few things in my arsenal that are improving dark magic damage and stuff like that, but even without those, this weapon is absolutely unbelievably strong. And it makes very short work of these mobbing sections, even though we are running at OP10 here. So, you know, it's not like we're, I say OP10 Chaos at level 10. We are running at Chaos level 10, so it's not like we are totally on the easy train here. There is still a little bit of difficulty to this, but with this weapon, it is, yeah, really overpowered, I would say. Okay, what do we have here? Just grab some of those. Have a quick look around the arena once again for a glyph. Can't help but spend my points. Myth rank 105, nice. So yeah, kind of slow fire rate, kind of bad weapon. As soon as you get a kill, absolutely insanely strong weapon. And you barely even have to try, you can just keep spamming, just shooting stuff, and it will kind of lock on. Hence why it makes all these kind of annoying Chaos Chamber mobbing sections a hell of a lot easier, Because part of the problem with Chaos Chambers is the enemies just don't spawn frequently enough. So you're just killing stuff kind of fast, and then you're waiting for enemy spawns, and yeah, it's not a lot of fun, man. There we go. What is a lot of fun is getting our Bot Stallion buff and hopefully finding a glyph. That'd be fun. Let's have a quick look around. Oh no. We found another glyph, but this time it is another yellow glyph. God damn it. We just need a blue one, man. Give me a blue. And that is the boss portal once again. Unfortunately, with the blue glyph, I find they kind of like look like these. This is kind of the color of the blue glyph, as in, yeah, it's blue. I mean, I don't know. Don't know why I'm making out like that's so difficult. The color of the blue glyph is blue, but it does shine like those things. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we got it once again. And so we're going to have to kill our boss and do a third Chaos Chamber. So this is like over 40 minutes of just Chaos Chambers trying to find a single raid boss. We haven't even got to fight the raid boss yet. We're just trying to find and spawn the raid boss. Kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Oh, yes. Blue glyph. There we go. This is exactly what we're looking for. This is the blue glyph. When we activate this, it's going to spawn out 2 different beams. One beam is going to head all the way over here. Oh my god, why is it so far away? Okay, here, this is going to be the first one, and then the place where we need to lead it to is over there. So first things first, stand inside the puddle of water and wait until one of these orbs comes towards you. You will get 3 chances at this, so make sure you don't mess it up 3 times in a row. Essentially, this ball is going to follow us, and we need to make our way slowly over to this orb over here. This ball does have collision, so make sure you're kind of leading it away from obstacles. And we are just kind of pulling it towards this ball, and when it gets nice and close, we are going to shoot it. There we go. Get that glyph activation, and now we have our Gloopathoth raid boss locked in, ready to fight at the end of this Chaos Chambers run. So let's make our way all the way over to the boss so that we can go ahead and take on this fight. Okay, here we are. We have made it to our... Please get away from me, Frost Buddy. Thank you. We have made it to our boss portal, so after we defeat whichever boss we're going to be fighting today... Who is this? Is this Nightmare? Is this Nightmare? It is Nightmare, there we go. Right, so we just need to defeat Nightmare first of all, and then we will be able to head on through to our raid boss encounter. So let's see if we can't take out the Nightmare. And it looks like I literally just have her glitched here, so... Okay, well, that was a pretty easy kill. Although she still is going to have a second phase thingy where she just runs away from me. But that's fine. You're going to go up there? There we go. Should be able to just eat through it. There we go. Encounter clear. Marvellous. Nightmare down. She's going to chuck all her loot up there. Oh no, she does chuck it down to me. That's kind. What do we have here? A class ring of tinablution. I don't know what that word means. Okay. There we go. Now we are at the end. We have the option to take the yellow portal, which is going to end our run, or because we have found our raid boss, let's take the red portal and head on finally to fight Gloopathoth, the Invincible, one of the secret raid bosses in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Now, the Maker is going to get very angry at us, but you can just shoot her and skip her dialogue, which is going to teleport us right into the boss fight. As we're about to enter this boss fight, I'm going to pause really quickly and just talk to you guys through the build very, very quickly. Now, you've probably seen me using the weapons. This weapon that seems so ridiculously overpowered, that's because it is the Spite of the Peak. We have our Hurricane, we have a Donkey of the Spire, and a Liquid Cooling. I'm probably going to be using the Liquid Cooling because this thing can put out some ridiculous DPM, and that is going to be the name of the game against its boss. We have the Spellblade as our melee weapon, a Body Rune, a Third of Affection giving us dark magic damage and Stabbermancer damage, Buff Meister giving us all those buffs whenever we activate our spell, of course, which is all the time. The Amalgam of the Furious Assault giving us Spell Shot and Stabbermancer power, and then 2 rings here boosting gun damage and spell damage respectively. Now, as for our skills, we are Stabbermancer and Spell Shot. We are spec'd into From the Shadows with skills like increasing our melee, spell, and gun damage here, movement speed here. We have increased damage dealt the faster we're going, pairing very nicely here with haste. We are going to gain increased damage every time we inflict a status effect, which is pretty good. Increased crit damage, which is great, and evasion, allowing us to basically just evade incoming damage, which is obviously just a great skill. Now, the main shining star of the build is going to be the Spell Shot tree. The Spell Shot tree is almost certainly the strongest tree in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and I would heavily recommend having a spell shot if you're trying to take on some of the end game content like these raid bosses. We have skills like increasing our spell's critical hit chances. We have gun damage based on a percentage of our spell damage, and these are just like the top 2 skills you can get. Action skill cooldown rate, spell cooldown rate. Here we have ward restoration whenever we gain a stack of spell weaving, and spell weaving stacks come from casting a spell or reloading your gun, and these spell weaving stacks are going to increase spell damage per stack, getting pretty ridiculous. We have skills granting us extra spell weaving stacks, bonus damage for each spell equipped. We have bonus gun damage based on the crit damage of the spell, and of course we are increasing our spell crit damage up here by 120%. Increased gun damage per stack of spell weaving, like I mentioned before, spell weaving every time we cast a spell or reload, and the capstone, meaning our gun crits have a chance to instantly reset all spell cooldowns, obviously paired with dirty fighting from the shadows, meaning that we are getting crits all the time. Yeah, you can see the loop here and it is pretty absurd. Regardless, we have made it over to Gloopathoth. What a beautiful raid boss. Probably, I want to say this guy is my favourite of the 4 raid bosses. He is just, I don't know, he's cool looking, man. I like him a lot. And for a flying enemy, he's not that annoying, because he does kind of, because he does kind of sit relatively still. So, as far as regular flying enemies go in Borderlands games, they tend to be awful. But yeah, Gloopathoth is not that bad because he's pretty big and he sits relatively still. And I've just fallen into lava and gotten myself killed. Luckily, you can get second wind off those balls, in case you didn't realize. Because, yeah, you might find that if you're accidentally looking too much in the sky, you might end up heading into one of those. Now, we've seen this mechanic before. It's going to spawn all these orbs around. And yeah, this is one thing I like about the raid bosses inside of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, is the fact that they are going to kind of show you what to do before you've even started fighting the raid boss. So this was our mechanic when we wanted to get the rune to spawn the raid boss. If we shoot these next to this rune, it's going to blow up our orb here, and it's going to cause Gloopathoth to stagger. Now, I'm saying all that while being dead. I should probably have been focusing on trying to get a second wind. Unfortunately, there we go. Frostbuddy's going to give us a second wind here, and I have just run out of ammo. What a nightmare. Okay. We can use a donkey to fire some sword blades at him. But yeah, the mechanics are good, allowing you to kind of interact with the environment a little bit more and actually play a bit more strategically rather than just like, hey, shoot this boss a million times to be able to get the kill. There are ways to stun the boss, and there are ways to deal bonus damage and all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, I like this boss. I think he's pretty awesome. We get a stun there. So I'm going to pop the rune. Yep. Come on over, Gloopathoth. Bang. Get that stun. Go invisible, pop out spell weaving, get the Puffmeister going, and see if we can't crit this guy down. Look at all the sword blades stuck in his face, man. That's gonna hurt. That's gotta hurt. There we go. And he spawns 3 of these orbs around the arena at a time, so we can just head over to the 3rd orb now. And rinse and repeat, hopefully get the stun on him once again. And if we get the stun on him once more, we might be able to finish him off. Did I get ammo for my liquid cooling? I didn't really. That's a bit unfortunate. Oh, look at all these elemental orbs that are being spat around the place. Here we go. Make sure you shoot it relatively close by. There we go. Got that to pop. And he's stunned. And let's see if we can't crit him down. Ow. What the heck hit me there? Oh, it's these fire orbs that are being spawned. Yeah, forgot about those. Oh, nearly got him. Damn it, I had to reload. The gun. 102 ammo in the mag. Doesn't go a long enough way. Can we finish him off up there? Yeah, we should be fine. Bop, 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 bop. Come on, Gloopathoth. No! No, he went invisible. It's fine. He's going to summon more orbs around the arena. Oh, God. Okay, he should... Oh, we have some people to kill here, maybe? Yeah, there we go. And try and bait the orbs over here to get the stun and then finish him off. Come on over here, orbies. There we go. Nice. Should get it done. Boom. Nice. Pop the invisibility one last time and bang, 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 bang. Goodbye, Gloopathoth. Keeper of the Abyss. You stand no chance against this ridiculously overpowered kill. Overpowered kill? Overpowered skill. Yeah. Well, Tina, your raid boss is down, and you gonna give me any loot? You're just gonna give me crystals. Sometimes she'll drop you a legendary. Most of the time, just for shards and crystals. So crystals it is for today. Let's go through the end portal. We might as well feed the disgusting bunny rabbits some crystals, because why not? We've got them, might as well feed them and watch this horrible animation. Man, I hate it. It actually really creeps me out, dude. I do not like it. One legendary. Wow. Okay, anything else here? Two legendaries. Nice. What do we get here then? We got a... God, I can't see. Oh. Great bow. Okay. And a Hole of the Technician. And... Where is that other legendary over here? So much loot on the floor. Another Hole of the Technician. Wow. And in our main chest. Okay. What's that boosting? Spell shop, like, call it near. And did we get a ring as well? I think I saw a ring tucked in here somewhere. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was a weapon. Frying pan. Okay, the frying pan is a cool weapon, but yeah, the wand is much better for this kind of build that I'm going for here. Anyway, there we go. Another day, another raid boss defeated. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this video will really put into context how annoying it can be to fight a specific raid boss inside of Wonderlands. Please do not make this, again, a random chance to find the raid boss you want to fight. Just let us fight the raid boss we want to fight and play the game however we want to play it. There is a link to my Discord in the description down below if you fancy joining the community that we're building over there. And regardless, I will catch you tomorrow for another raid boss kill. Bye-bye.